anybody gets emotional, because y'all love to get emotional with zero facts, before anybody gets triggered, I just want to say I do not support racism whatsoever, but I do understand classism. I do understand the difference between racism and classism. And I'm gonna say this like I've been saying for probably like 7, 8 years at this point. I think a lot of y'all got broke completely wrong. I think a lot of you all, let me turn that down. I think a lot of y'all don't understand the difference between the two. So y'all either just run with what the masses are saying, y'all come up with an uneducated guess, or y'all just go on TikTok, social media, and y'all allow them to develop an opinion for you that you didn't live and die by. Not only do you solely believe in it, but you get to the point where you believe in it so much you start pushing it on other people. So like I said, y'all, I don't think Donald Trump is racist. I think bro is extremely classist. And I think, from the perspective of a businessman and somebody that understands that America is a country, somebody that's been telling y'all know how many years America was built on violence and entrepreneurship, I totally get it. So I'm gonna say two things before we go break down racism and classism. Is that a lot of y'all don't understand the game. I'm gonna be real. A lot of y'all don't even know it is a game. A lot of you out here are personalizing things that are not within your control, have absolutely nothing to do with you. This is just a part of the system, and it repeats and repeats and repeats generation after generation, year after year. So until y'all realize it's a game, until y'all realize that life comes in layers, and you motherfuckers got to really do your due diligence, do the research, the assessment, and the work to actually peel back those layers so you understand where you're at and how to win at a high level, y'all just gonna be some emotional motherfuckers that are led by social media, led by the news, led by the narratives, led by the motherfucking barbershop talk, whatever the case is. God damn, I'm ashy. The likelihood of you developing a individual opinion and then maxing out on that motherfucker or individual perspective and going to max out on that motherfucker and making something of your life is extremely low. So like I said, y'all, let's unpack it. I do not believe Donald Trump is racist. I didn't even vote for bro. I'm not, we'll get into that later. I ain't even vote. So this is definitely not a pro-Trump. I mean, bro done already won. This not even a pro-Trump video. This is just for me psychologically to help a lot of people that I politic with when I'm doing press, when I'm meeting people in the streets, meeting people in the comments, meeting people in social media. A lot of y'all y'all move with y'all emotions. Y'all are so clouded by your feelings and your temporary discomfort from a narrative that the news paint and your peers paint that you don't even know how to break down the situation for yourself, so you can't understand what is going on. So now that we got that out of the way, like I said, before you get triggered, before you get in your bag, hear me out. And feel free to comment. Feel free to share your perspective, and we can get down there in politics as well. Now let's head on and boom, boom, boom. Number one, classism is prejudice against motherfuckers who ain't got no money. That ain't the real definition, but that's my version. Prejudice against motherfuckers who ain't got no money, no power, no resources, no leverage, no assets, ain't got a motherfucking thing. That's basically saying, y'all remember the Chappelle skit? Hide your money, y'all. It's broke people coming. That's that type of energy. That's called classism. Racism is hatred against people based on their race, not their economic value, but their background, period, their ethnicity. That is racism. A lot of y'all, and look, a lot of y'all need to go get the deeper definition, because y'all really don't know it. Y'all see these laws get passed, y'all see the conversations bro have, y'all see the things he say on the internet. That's so racist. No, y'all, I'm not saying it's right. I've been saying this for years. I've never said it's right. And I'm going to say what I've been saying. My children were trying to tell y'all, America's built off violence and entrepreneurship. Until you motherfuckers make peace with such and y'all adapt to the ways of the world, y'all not going to get very far. And I want to say this too. The goal is not for you to, y'all, never mind my ashiness. I'm ashy as a motherfucker. Fresh out the shower, laced with baby powder. But anyway, a lot of y'all need to understand the importance of being worldly and finding the balance. So I'm not telling none of y'all just to overall become worldly and be a part of this shit. And no, I'm telling you, you're never going to reach the level of peace, that utopia you're seeking, that big crib, that land, all that. I want to live off land and live off grid, and this is what I want. Man, your ass ain't gonna ever motherfucking get there if you don't learn how to play the game at a high level. In order to know how to play the game at a high level, you gotta step into the world. You gotta study the wolves. The same shit I've been telling y'all for I don't know how many years. You gotta watch how these motherfuckers move, watch how they politic, watch the body language, the lingo. It's a lot you're gonna have to learn, and it's a lot of levels of uncomfortability that you're gonna have to go through to even get to this euphoric place that so many of y'all be speaking about. Yo, we need our own and we need this. You motherfuckers don't understand how to create systems. Y'all don't understand chain of command. Y'all are still trying to delegate positions based on emotions and based on connection. Let me give an example. It's a single mom and a single dad watching this video right now. and you and your baby mom or your baby dad are currently in a tug of war on who the child should spend the most time with, who should teach this, should they be homeschool, grade school, this and that and the third. Culturally, we got mamas that'll look at a daddy that's way more successful, way smarter, way more. Baby, he that nigga, that's why you lay down and let him bust up in you anyway. Or let's flip flop. Bro, she's a motherfucking genius. She's a hard worker. She handle her business. She's overly consistent. All the traits that drew you to her to begin with are the very same traits that you'll try to deter her from employing with your child because you're moving with your emotion. Why would you send your child to grade school? You currently can look in the mirror right now of where your life is and her life is based off attending grade school for 12 years. Your ex-old lady, baby mom, whatever you want to call her, she's a hell of a teacher. She could preach, provide, protect. She lead the motherfucking baby. She got a unique way of teaching this, that, and the third. Nigga, you would forsake her and still send them children to public school just to make a point. And I'm only breaking down this example as one. I can give you many, but I'm just breaking down that simple example. Man, y'all not ready to run no motherfucking system. We still, me included, because I done been there as well. We still having baby mama issues. We still slanging ego when it's time to negotiate the politics of the family. You motherfuckers still ain't delegated who's the negotiator, who's the aggressor, where's the place of retreat. So when I be hearing motherfuckers talking all that, man, want to live off the land and this and man, you full of shit. That shit sound good. Go watch another movie and live vicariously through that. But when it comes to real action steps, when it comes to bringing your people and sitting down at the table, or fuck the table, leaving the motherfuckers behind and killing those emotional connections because the end result for the family is way bigger than your temporary connection to this man and this woman. A lot of us, me included, y'all included, the whole goddamn world included, we're absolutely not ready. So I just want to throw that out there real quick because I see that conversation every time I do interviews. I'm asked about that, and a lot of us are just truly not ready. But let me get back to the point of the video. So let's talk about, again, what the country is built on: violence and entrepreneurship. So what a lot of people don't understand, in my personal opinion, from my assessment and me watching this man throughout the years, my library is to the left of me. I got 7-8 different books on Trump, have watched a multitude of documentaries on him, his pops. I can go so forth and so on. I don't think bro really has an issue with the color of your skin. I think bro grades humans by their value, by their assets, by the amount of financial power and prowess that they could bring to the table. And unfortunately, culturally, a lot of us struggle with that. A lot of us have not figured out how to do that in a collective way. So culturally, I don't feel like we're as heavy as other cultures. So that's why a lot of times we get overlooked. But again, if you go through bro history, if you go through the Rolodex, prior to him becoming president, you see him with the Mike Tysons, you see him with the Don Kings, you see him with the Kanyes. I can go down the motherfucking list. Y'all know y'all can go to Google right now and you see him with a gang of black people. So that brings me back to my point, is I don't think bro is racist. I think he's classist. And I think because a lot of us move with emotion, a lot of us don't own a goddamn thing, we don't even know how to fathom or understand that way of thinking. And don't worry, I'm gonna break that shit down beautifully in a moment. But because a lot of us move with emotion, a lot of us don't own anything, a lot of us have never been power players, we don't understand the mentality of a power player. Just like we wouldn't understand the mentality of a fucking caveman, or we wouldn't understand the mentality of a barbaric motherfucker that live on a remote island somewhere that eat people whenever they come around. We never been in that position, so we don't understand. We lead and think with our emotions, so we don't know how to put our emotions to the side and hear somebody else's perspective. And if you think I'm tripping, fuck Donald Trump. Some of y'all can just look at your children. Some of y'all can look at your old lady. Some of y'all can look at your bros. You don't listen to actively listen. You listen to respond. You're not a great person to have a debate with. You don't pick up on social cues. You don't understand other people's point of view. You don't practice empathy whatsoever. So me personally, I don't expect you to fucking understand why a motherfucker who worth $1 billion doing $1 billion shit and moving like a shark. Nigga, you only see the world from your little itty bitty ass lens, so it makes perfect sense as to why you absolutely cannot fathom, well, why would they do that? Or why would they say that? Or I know goddamn well y'all ain't sitting there really picking up the policies and them laws and breaking them motherfuckers down and seeing how they positively or negatively affect our culture. Y'all have fed y'all narrative by the news. Y'all have fed y'all narrative by social media. Y'all have fed y'all narrative by individuals such as myself who are influencers who either tell you he's a great person or he's a fucked up person, and then y'all run with that narrative. So I just want to simply break down classism versus racism to make sure y'all generally understand the difference and give y'all tangible examples about things that this man has done. So I'm gonna say this too. If you go to some of his policies, or you watch how he's mocked poor white people as well, you'll begin to realize I don't think bro really beefing with black people. He really don't give a fuck about poor people. He really don't give a fuck to pacify poor people. I said this shit several interviews ago. My cousin said it originally, and I got it from him. Shout out to my cousin Pons. But Donald Trump is the daddy that a lot of people need. I know a lot of people not gonna like that comment, y'all, but in my opinion, it truly is what it is. He raises the bar. He's setting the standard. He not pacifying y'all. He not rocking y'all to sleep like a lot of these last motherfuckers did over the last couple years. And then the funny part is when you break down their policies, you start realizing and I'm not hating on any level. To each his own. Like if you can win, you can win. The Asian community, you feel me, got a lot of benefits from y'all last president and the one before that. The LG, I can never run that shit down quick. The LGBTQ community got a whole lot as well. So culturally, if y'all really start pulling policies, pulling laws, cross-referencing them motherfuckers and breaking them down, you'll realize the last couple motherfuckers you voted for ain't do shit for you either. You feel me? They just typically guilt you or they talk you into making that vote because culturally we're just so accustomed to voting Democrat, and you know niggas gonna come out there and dance, niggas gonna recite rap lyrics and hang with Ice Cube, and you feel me, go to a mom and pop shop and get a Philly cheesesteak, and you know they one of us now. But anyway, y'all, wanted to break down classism versus racism. Now let's go and pack this shit a little further about Trump's history and the people that we have seen him with. Hey y'all, so let's just throw out a couple examples. His relationship with Mike Tyson. Promoted multiple fights for Mike Tyson. Let bro pull up in Atlantic City. Shit, Mike even reciprocated the love by saying he loved Donald Trump. We could talk about his relationship with Herschel Walker. I think they've known each other maybe 30, almost 40 years at this point. Both of them have been big supporters of one another, have spoke extremely high. We could talk about Don King. I could say a lot about Don King. Culturally, we could say a lot about Don King. But same type of layout. I remember Trump motherfucking saying, America is the only place that a Don King can happen. And I know a lot of y'all younger, so y'all don't know about Don King, the promoter, made millions with Tyson and all that. But bro got a colorful history. Don King done killed motherfuckers and bounced back and became a super rich promoter. Or we could talk about Kanye. I don't really want to get into Kanye, which I don't know why, y'all. As a black man, as somebody that's a part of the culture, I don't know why y'all get y'all panties in a bunch when I have a difference in opinion on one thing, two things, or 20 things. It's my fucking prerogative. It's my life. It's my viewpoint. And I can dress that bitch up however I see fit. So again, but it's just a reminder why culturally, like, we can't get shit done because we're overly emotional. Like, y'all know, like, let's use me for an example, right? Let's say to some of y'all I'm 80% good, but I'm 20% bad because I don't agree with you on certain things when it comes to life, like Donald Trump or Rodney Hinton running over the police the other day. Motherfuckers will write you off of that. And I feel like logically that's why we culturally we don't get no fucking where. Because as a culture, we spend more time nitpicking the motherfuckers that we actually admire and find value in. That's why, you know, that shit is super true. Like, they love you just to hate you, just to love you again. That's really the name of the game. But anyway, enough of talking about how emotional we are as a culture. Let's get back to the facts. So, I don't know if y'all remember, for all my people that be coming for me when it comes to Trump, do your assessments. Do y'all remember vividly? This man was clowning poor white people. This man was clowning their lifestyle, their jobs. Do y'all remember vividly? This man has came for white broadcasting stations. I believe Fox is one of his top ones that he don't be fucking with, and there's several other ones. He speaks loud and boldly about their failures, how they ain't shit, they fake news. He does his best to discredit their name and their brand altogether. So again, I'm just giving an example of classism versus racism. Because if we really gonna draw it up to the shit that he talk on social media or the podium, then that motherfucker don't like nobody because he be popping shit with everybody. I mean, shit, we can go a step further. I'm gonna just say it again, y'all. You can go to Google and look at this shit your damn self. Google the man history. He in pictures with people with money. He in pictures with athletes. He in pictures with rappers. He in pictures with businessmen. That motherfucker from Russia, I can't even think of his name on the top of my head. Kim Jong-un, however the fuck you say his name. I can go on and on. But if you watching the man moves, if you watch who he does honor, if you watch who he does bend the rules for, and let them loopholes have a fucking landslide, it's people that's trying. It's people that's building. It's people with some paper. So at the end of the day, when a man like me been sitting in front of y'all know how many years and telling you the motherfucking country you live in is built off violence and entrepreneurship, it's two things that should be coming to mind. I got to get me some money because America don't care about my moral compass. America don't care about my motherfucking crystals. America don't care about righteousness. America don't give a fuck about how good of a dad I am or none of that. America moves on the money, which goes back to the origin of the video when I was just simply saying, y'all got to know when to dibble and dabble into the world. Y'all got to study the fucking wolves. You got to take that information that you learned from the wolves, double back and give it to your people so they can then use it of value when it's time for their generation to be up to bat. But a lot of y'all not. A lot of y'all literally will watch the man and the only thing you take from it is that emotional feeling that he invokes in you when he says what he says. Motherfucker, run to the stock market and make a play. God damn it, go make some motherfucking coffee mugs or t-shirts next time he says a quotable that's going crazy. You know, like, I give an example. When bro had got shot at, you know how many of y'all could have took the opportunity to go get some paper, to go leverage his likeness, to go get a bag? You know what you niggas did? Trauma bond. Nigga couldn't wait to go to the barbershop. Man, you see they almost killed Trump? Yeah, let's talk about it for 4 hours. Nigga, your hair been cut 2 hours. You still sitting here. Take your motherfucking ass home and go do something. So many opportunities passing us by, but because we are emotional thinkers, because we be in our field, because we be in our bag, we missing out on all the fucking opportunities. Y'all, I remember being in DC. I was literally there the night before the election took place. Man, I was loving seeing all the hustlers out there, seeing all the people of the culture that's setting up shop. Got motherfucking Trump towers, Trump rags, Trump blankets, Trump goddamn everything. Mug shots, when he got shot, all type of shit going on. We capitalizing on the moment. Niggas ain't sitting in their fields, because once you get out of your fields, the motherfucking world's still spinning. Your family getting more and more left behind while you sitting around here being a motherfucking emotional bum about some shit that you can't control to begin with. Speaking of control, I got the family Bible next to me. Let me read something real quick for y'all. Family Bible, y'all. I'm on page 216. And y'all know if y'all want a family Bible, just go to DerekGrace2.com. We got them there. Or go to the Grace, matter of fact, don't go to DerekGrace2.com. Go to the GraceBenchmark.com and go get your family Bible. But check this out. On page 216, I'm in a section about mental health. I'm gonna read this real quick. Here's an activity for everybody to do that's overly emotional and that be worrying about shit that you can't fucking control to begin with. Number 1, create a circle of control chart. Draw 3 concentric circles on a piece of paper. In the innermost circle, list the things you can control, like your actions and your responses. In the second circle, list things you can influence, like certain relationships or minor situations. In the outer circle, this is going to be the most important one. This is how y'all going to take y'all lives back. Y'all going to find cooler shit to worry about, and you're going to get a motherfucking life and do something with it. In your outer circle, you're going to list the things that are entirely out of your control, like 98% of the shit you're going to deal with today. Here's some examples. The weather, global events, or other people's opinions. Review this chart whenever you feel anxious to remind, who the hell calling me? To remind yourself where your energy should go. Here's your daily affirmation to go with your chart. Practice affirmations like, I release what I cannot control, and I trust the process of life. Repeat them in the morning and write them down. Next one, letting go meditation. Visualize each worry as a balloon that you're holding. Mentally release each one, letting it float away. This helps in gradually detaching from things beyond your influence. And this the part where the music goes, dun, 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 and then we back. So listen, y'all. Bro respect paper. Bro respect power. He don't respect your skin color. He don't respect victimization. He don't respect whole shit. And again, I'm not saying this as if I know. I'm just saying this based on my assessment, based on my study in the world, and how long I've been a teacher, and how long I've been collecting books in my library and picking apart this crazy ass system that we live in. Bro just don't respect none of that. And I ain't gonna lie, I could respect the motherfucker who openly says such. It be y'all that love them motherfuckers that come shoot hoops with y'all and wear Jordans and then go bomb 8,000 kids the following weekend and push more laws and legislation through for motherfuckers that don't look like your ass. But as long as he come out and hang with Jay-Z and have a motherfucking Jumpman on his shoes, you know y'all niggas, oh, he welcome to the barbecue. And I tell people this all the time, especially of the culture. Y'all vote for a smile. Y'all get sold by a smile. Y'all get sold. I just said earlier, y'all get sold by the optics. Y'all get sold by the clothes. Y'all get sold by the slang words. I'm gonna ask you a real motherfucking question, and I dare y'all to get in the comments and answer. Simple yes or no. Has your zip code evolved over the presidency of Obama or Biden? That's it. We removing. They're texting me. We taking Trump out of the equation for a moment. Yes or no though. I want you to get in the comments and I want you to say yes or no. Has your zip code evolved? Have you felt the positive effects of those two men being in office? And the reason I said the things I said before with the optics is because all Obama got to go do is shoot. This motherfucker still running around talking about that's my president, man. This nigga don't know you. He ain't never gonna hang with you. And I guarantee you, he would treat your black ass the same way Trump would. Y'all gonna walk in the room, he gonna be like, who them niggas is? What's their last names? Where they from? What they done? What's their accomplishments? They got some money? Get them niggas the fuck out of here. I want to hang with Ray Ray? No, I don't. I just know when it's time to appeal to Ray Ray, I need to throw in the right outfit, throw in the right shoes, and say the right shit, and I'm gonna get your vote. But I want y'all to answer that question for me. Over the time that Obama was in office, or Uncle Joe's slow old ass, did your zip code enhance in a major, in a great way? And while y'all think about that, I'm gonna read this email I was looking at real quick. This is the part where the thing be like, do 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 do. No, that's not that. Do 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 do. That's a show from back in the day. That's Married with Children. I'm tripping. But anyway, y'all, this is the do 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 moment. All right, I'm sure y'all had time to go respond and say what y'all needed to say. But my personal opinion, Obama sold us on the optics. It was a look. It was the relatability. You know these motherfuckers something with Joe Biden running around talking about if you don't vote for me, you're not black. But in my personal opinion, Trump has always made better policies for builders. Not motherfuckers that's waiting, not motherfuckers that want government assistance, not people that's looking for a savior. The boy literally caters to the motherfuckers who moving and grooving and doing their best to knock shit down and kill it while they're in this fucking country, which I can respect and understand wholeheartedly because why? I've only been saying the countries, but I volunteer entrepreneurship for probably like 9 years at this point. Now I want y'all to tell me this. This ain't a yes or no. I want you to go do some research. If you're on top of your head, let your boy know what policy under the Trump administration directly fucked over and hurt the black community. And I want to know for facts. Stay out my comments with your feels. That's literally what we talking about. You motherfuckers being emotional. I want you to tell me though for facts. Hey, when bro passed this shit right here, I saw a direct negative effect that hurt my culture and my community. Total 3 questions because I got one more. Now, what policy under Joe Biden helped it? We did it, Joe. What policy under him helped it? Remember, question number 1 was a yes or no. Question number 2 is what policy under Trump has directly, negatively affected our community? Don't tell me some shit you saw on the news because we know the news is bullshit. Don't tell me some shit you saw on TikTok. TikTok too can be bullshit. It's all individual narratives being pushed, and whoever got the biggest following gonna get the biggest move and groove. From your due diligence and your research, what policy under that man has harmed us, and what policy under Joe Biden has saved us? Just the do moment. I know that's the Married with Children song, but I cannot think of. I'm mixing them up, but still, time is ticking. Go answer. All right, y'all. And last but not least, we gonna wrap it up with not us being emotional as a culture, but how our emotions are often played on. I actually had to go Google this one and pull it up, so I'm gonna look at my computer for a moment. I don't know if y'all remember. Well, I'm sure y'all remember. Y'all know the motherfucking media paint bro as a monster. He the goddamn boogeyman. He the worst motherfucker in the world. And I think a lot of people don't understand that the media needs villains. I think a lot of y'all don't understand that the media is nothing more than, an intentional narrative that's pushed on people every day. So they need heroes. They need villains. They need good guys. They need bad guys, et cetera, right? And I just feel like, bro, damn, my apologies, y'all. I feel like bro has taken on the role to be the villain. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like he embraced that shit well. And if we're gonna keep it real, once you embrace that role and then you begin talking shit directly to the media, telling them how they fake news, this and that and the third, you know they're gonna drag your motherfucking ass. And I feel like that's a lot of what we see with Trump. I'm gonna give you an example. I don't know if y'all remember when they played this clip, right? And bro was saying he got very fine people on both sides. This was a big thing. This was a big controversy because I remember seeing it on TikTok, and they were just talking about how the news is pushing intentional narratives. But they cut the part where bro, shortly after that, he condemned white supremacists. So they'll get a shot of the white supremacists on this side. They'll get a shot of the black people on this side in an argument. And then they'll throw in, baiting motherfuckers in, invoking that emotion, having people tune the fuck in and creating a narrative for y'all to personalize. What? Tell me I'm lying. Y'all finna talk about it at the barbershop, the hair salon, the group chat, at work, on break, with your wife, with your boyfriend, with your kids, everybody. They have y'all motherfucking spooked at this man. And in all actuality, like, I feel like bro is just as fucked up as everybody else out here. He got his bullshit with him just like I got my bullshit and everybody watching this video got his bullshit. But that bullshit is maximized when the news ain't fucking with you and they purposely taking certain shots, creating clickbait because you truly knowing what's going on in the world is not their top priority. Them being the news you can use every day and your place for updates on the world, updates on society, and great weather is not their motherfucking top priority. Their top priority is views. Their top priority is ratings. Their top priority is to be the go-to for all things bullshit, messy shit, and weather. So again, if I gotta drag this motherfucker because I know that's what y'all mostly tied to, and that riles y'all up every time as a culture, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep dragging this motherfucker. But I just wanted to read that example to y'all for a lot of y'all that don't understand. Let's read it one more time. And go Google this shit, YouTube it, whatever you gotta do. But if y'all remember, there were white supremacists. They showed clips of both sides of the coin. And then they just showed a short ass clip of bro saying, specifically, we got very fine people on both sides. Yeah, a lot of this shit is propaganda and bullshit. My personal opinion, we're gonna keep it moving. But if y'all haven't been paying attention, they just simply take bro tone, they switch it however they need to switch it, they make a move with it, we stay in our bags, we stay in our fields. He constantly passing laws and legislation despite what the fuck they say. Other parts of the world, other parts of the nation, other cultures are taking full advantage and milking this system. And our black ass is just sitting back here still trauma bonding.